This LED flashing looks really terrible. It's completely wrong. And it's even worse when you do this. Same property, but the trouble is I don't think I can do this on my own. This floor's got absolutely no ventilation. Look at that. That's my foot. Look, can't really see it. Look at that gap. No gap. 2-inch gap. I think this is one of these wind-up cases. Look at that there. It's not even an outside wall. I reckon what's happened there is they've punched that hole there for the access to the kitchen, because they turned this staircase round, and they've ruptured the damp-proof course or something. So you've got damp, no ventilation. It's an absolute disaster, this house. I mean, out here we've got a lovely extension. Look at this belt roof, it's held on with drawing pins. And then we've got this thing up there. I haven't shown you the chimney yet. It's about this room. No walls. And no chimney breasts. Chimney used to be over this side, and the stairs would have been over this side, going the other way. So, this is where the chimneys used to be. Lovely loft conversion. There's a damp stain there, which looks pretty innocuous, but that's right under that chimney. More of it here. But more worryingly than that, little crack there. There's another one on exactly the same place at the front. So I don't think there's anything holding that chimney up. Not to install a window. Look at it. No reveal at all inside. Probably no weatherproofing whatsoever in that cavity, although obviously I don't know. Funny enough, this window actually opens, which is no use for escape. The other ones where you want escape windows don't have an escape window. So they put a LED flashing there, which is nice, but it's not. It doesn't go. It stops short of the tiles, the tile cladding there. I don't know whether that's visible. There's a gap there. Anyway, that is totally wrong. That has to come out and be done again. Look at that flashing at the bottom of the roof there. Look what it. Somebody, I don't know what they've tried to do here. There's a sort of tray underneath the tiles there. Literally just been making it up as they go along. That's completely wrong. Has also been removed on the inside. Flashing, absolutely useless and totally wrong. Pointing, dreadful. And again, I would lay a bet that there's absolutely nothing holding it up on the inside, because there's no chimney breast below it. A building like this is that everything else that we look at, we're assuming that there are defects. So all these mould stains, which are absolutely everywhere. Normally I'd look at that and say, oh well, they probably don't open the windows much, it's not very well insulated, it's, you know, just a bit of condensation and mould. But because this house has clearly been utterly bodged, everything is suspect. This door opens right next to the stairs. I'll have to look it up, but I'm absolutely certain that's not allowed. There's no... So when you open that door, you're straight onto the steps. I'm sure that is against the regulations, and I can't believe that they've got a certificate for this, for these alterations. I just don't believe it. There's another big mould stain in the corner. No window boards. That's not actually necessarily a defect, but it's not very good. Now, remember there was no beam underneath the ceiling in that living room, but this wall here is the original load-bearing wall, solid brick, and it's still there. So I would like to know what's holding that up. Not a very big floor-ceiling void, so I don't see how that can possibly comply. But that's just a selection of the defects. We've also got the central heating, electrics, all these things which you know, are suspect because of this house has clearly been done to a very poor standard, and you don't normally get fantastic electricians or heating engineers working on projects like this. Can't see any defects, but it's just suspect. So I think this may be the first house ever in 20 years where I'm actually going to tell them do not buy at any price. Minor gem here. This is the bay window at the front with that terrible lead work at the top. And well, this is my worst possible insult to any piece of building, is it looked like I did it. And you can see that's just dreadful. Look at that. Absolutely appalling.